Well, after a long road, the high school football regular season is in the rear view. Starting tonight, it's win or go home as the opening round of the postseason kick off in just under an hour. But first, our Dylan Tyson is at Pandora-Gilboa High School, where the Rockets are set to rematch their Putnam County rivals, Leipzig. Good evening, Dylan.
You know, Dave, I couldn't be more excited that the postseason is here, and what a way to kick things off. I mean, these guys are Putnam County rivals, former BVC adversaries, and it's a rematch of a thrilling Week 3 matchup. But for Leipzig and Pandora-Gilboa, this is the first time these teams have met in the postseason this century. Joining me now, our head coaches, Joe Kirkendall and Matt Hershey. Coach Kirkendall, we'll start with you. You know, the boys' 21-14 win over Pandora back in Week 3 got to be one of the biggest on the resume for you guys. But tell me what's changed about the team in the 8 weeks since then.
I think as with all football teams, you know, your young guys grow up, they get more maturity, they learn to play the game at the speed they need to. And for us, you know, we've made some changes to our scheme a little bit, but more importantly, we made some changes to personnel. You know, we got Quinn Schrader at quarterback now, and that's a different look than we had the first time we played them. So that would probably be very significant for most people to look at.
And Leipzig's back in the playoffs this year after 13 years consecutive were snapped last season. So you're familiar with the scene. Tell us what's different about preparing for a postseason game and what's different about the on-field product.
Well, I just think the young men realize real quick that there's a lot more energy. You know, there's a lot more intensity. You're playing usually better competition, and that brings out better competition in you. And those things all kind of play into your week of preparation and the game that goes on. That's why usually in the playoff games you get much closer battles and much more competitive games than you might otherwise have, just because of the atmosphere and the environment and all those things, and make it a lot of fun.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Best of luck tonight. All right, we'll turn our attention to the home team tonight, the Pandora-Gilboa Rockets, coached by Matt Hershey. And, Coach, your boys came up just short of that comeback in that Week 3 matchup, but I'll offer you the same question I offered Coach Kirkendall. How has your team evolved since that Week 3 game?
Well, you always change from Week 1 to Week 10, and, you know, our team is no different. We developed a running game a little bit, changed our mindset offensively and defensively, and just gave our kids a chance to win, chance to be successful. And our kids have responded very well throughout the season, and we're looking forward to a fun Friday night.
This is your guys' first time hosting a home playoff game since 2017, if I'm correct, and yet the foes are just 15 minutes up the road, so a big turnout expected tonight. What's it going to be like? What's the impact going to be of having all that community support in a loud stadium with the high stakes for these familiar foes?
Absolutely. You know, this is a great Putnam County matchup, and we're just expecting our crowd to come out. We're expecting Leipzig to come out strong, and I think it's going to be a great atmosphere for Putnam County football on a Friday night.
Great, Coach. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but for full coverage of Football Friday night, be sure you're tuned in tonight at 11:15. In Pandora, I'm Dylan Tyson, your News Now Sports.